Look at that. First one with the intro for me. Second one for me overall doing a podcast. Quinton, welcome.
Thank you, Will. Thank you for having me.
Quinton.
I'm sorry. As soon as it's live, I started choking. Hold on.
Oh no. Hopefully no stomach issues just
Okay,
yet.
I'm good.
If you need a bathroom break at any
I
time,
did. I did a prep diet, so I'm cleaned out.
okay, that's good. We'll get more to that later. Clinton, why don't you just start off by, obviously we know each other. We've been friends for a while now. But why don't you start off just telling some of the people why I would want to have you on a podcast? Why in the CrossFit world I'd want to have you on a podcast?
Oh, that's a great question. Well, let me introduce myself. My name is Quinton. I'm 28 years old. I'm a Sagittarius. My favorite flavor is vanilla. When I was 13, I threw a cupcake at a homeless woman's face during the 5K, hit her square in the head. I regretted that ever since. Um, why you would want me on this podcast? I think that my I have a lot of thoughts, Kenneth. We'll get back to that shortly.
Oh
Um,
God.
they can do whatever they want. They don't bother me. Um, yeah, I mean, why would you want me on this podcast? That's a great question. I'm actually curious to hear that
Yeah.
from you later. I don't know. I think I have not very niche opinions on the CrossFit space and the evolution. I've been doing CrossFit for 7 years now,
Hmm.
since about 2019. I've coached a few people here and
Where
there.
did you start doing CrossFit? Let's start there. What got you to CrossFit?
What got me to CrossFit? I
Yeah.
was really into jujitsu,
Hmm.
and I was
That's a
talking.
fucking shocker. Holy shit.
I thought at 15, I thought I was the next Conor McGregor. Um,
Uh-huh.
the racist stuff and not that, but the other stuff, the jujitsu stuff.
Yeah.
And I was the gym was just the jujitsu school was just on the floor of a CrossFit gym. And I had been weightlifting in my dad's garage for a while, so I was watching CrossFitters, fat guys, do burpees and rolling my eyes. And I was mouthing off to some other white belt beside me. And I was like, they look ridiculous. That's so
Hmm.
stupid. That's a waste of time. He was like, oh, well, I actually own this CrossFit gym. If you want to come try a few classes, you can beat me at a workout. I'll pay your jujitsu membership for a month. And I was 15, paying my own school fee. So I took him up on it. And it was like 10, 10 minutes of burpees and double unders. And I threw up like most people do their first few
Could you
times.
do double unders?
Yeah, I had done some boxing when I was like a younger kid. So I could
Okay.
do doubles, crosses, and so on. But it was still terrible. Your first experience is just awful.
Hmm.
Um,
Let's stay out of the
well, that's
comments
kind of
for
for the
now.
comments. Yeah, so that's kind of how I got into it. And then from there, I was like, oh, this is a whole different game. This is way more exciting, challenging, a lot more potential for an unathletic guy who does life and was curious about fitness. So I
Hmm.
very quickly shifted paths towards that. Plus, to be frank, there were a lot more girls in the CrossFit class than there were in Jiu-Jitsu, which was in South Carolina, mostly 40-year-old redneck men.
Yeah. So what CrossFit gym did you start at then?
Um, it's hard to say. I actually simultaneously, as soon as I got like into it, I went to a school that was way far away from my house. So I was going to the gym near my school, and I also immediately signed up for one very close to my house. So I was going to two at the same time
Hmm.
right away, and I would do like the morning class at the one by my house before I went to school, and then I would go to school and get out, and I would go to do the afternoon class at that other gym. It lasted like 3 months, but it was called the main one that I stuck with was called Primordial. It's now a coffee shop because the owner had some interesting life choices.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. And then where are you bringing us? So that's the origin a little bit. I'm sure we'll go back to that. But now, where do you train on a regular basis?
Right now, I train out of CrossFit Crash
Okay.
in Spartanburg, South Carolina.
Yep. So J.R. Howell's gym.
Yeah, I think that might be the ones that I don't really see him.
You don't see JR there at all?
No, no, he's there.
Yeah. I know he's there. Who else is there? What are some of the other key players that go to that gym?
Probably the hottest one is Cassidy MacQueen.
Okay.
She's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Every other woman there's ugly. Um, Other guys, Jackson Drohan's all right.
Hot guys?
No. Jason Hopper stops in every now and again. We're kind of
Yeah.
too cool and too far away for him right now.
Yeah. He's got
Brock
his
Kirby
place.
does go there. That's true.
Yeah. Brock does. I didn't realize that Brock went there. I did a podcast with him a while back. And then I think I had followed him or he had followed me. And then I went to go find him. And he was there. JR is hard to miss. He's the hottest dude. Yeah. Who would you say the hottest dude is at Crash
Ooh, well, I
besides
mean,
JR?
single or available or not available. JR's probably the hottest taken guy there. There's also a guy named Will Humphreys whose brother's in the NFL or something. He's pretty hot, but he's married with children.
Hmm.
I don't
Yeah.
know, single, probably Jackson or Stone Pellegrino.
Jackson's single?
Maybe I shouldn't have said that on this live podcast. Can we start the show over?
Okay, carry on. Next question. Um, what's your favorite
Pivot.
energy? What's your favorite energy drink?
Orange Monster.
Mm, interesting. Yeah, that good follow back to that. No,
It's the
okay,
only thing
that's
in my
awesome.
fridge.
So let's go back to the relationship topics.
Oh
You
no,
mentioned
Jackson's in his chat.
you mentioned a Cassidy MacQueen, right? And you said one of your initial reasons from finding a CrossFit gym. There wasn't a lot of chicks that went to Brazilian Jiu Jitsu as a young lad.
No.
You figured your odds were better of finding a mate going to a CrossFit gym. Probably the right decision. When did you meet Cassidy at Crash then?
I did. I swore her off for about a month or so though before I introduced myself.
Hmm.
She was wandering in and out because she had just moved here from Ohio, and I had a few people mention like, "Oh, Quinton, look at her. That's
Yeah.
be a good match." And I was like, "No, I'm never dating another girl that goes to my gym. They're it's terrible. They're insane. It's just not. I'll find some I don't know ballerina somewhere when I'm 40 and settle down with her." And then after a while, one Saturday morning, I was doing muscle ups, and she walked in and walked into our little athlete area. And I was like, okay, that girl's definitely not a drop-in. She's been here for like a month. She's pretty hot. And then this other guy started walking in behind her, and it's like 7 a.m. So we're the only three people in this gym. And I was like, fuck that guy. I'm talking to her before he does. And I went in there and literally bumped in between their conversation. I was like, hey, who are you? Like, what are you doing here? What's your name? Are you moving here? How's
So
it
that
going?
he's like trying to be like, oh, what are you doing for a piece, right? Like, what's your workout today? Like, you
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
hop in on this conditioning piece, and then you just,
No,
for
I
lack of
bumped.
a better
Yeah,
term, big
I
dicked him.
definitely bumped straight into his hip and said, "Hey, I'm Quentin. What's up?"
What's up?
And she fed off of it. She also, I'm going to get in a lot of trouble for saying this on a live studio show. I
Look at that.
immediately after that, she was doing some weightlifting, and she had like 225 or 235 on the bar, something pretty heavy for a girl, and she was doing cleans, and
Hmm.
she was doing repeat sets of cleans. And she got 2 or 3 or 4 in, and she was dropping it, and it was loud, and everyone's turning around and looking at her. And my friend Daniel was like, "Damn, Quentin, that girl is really strong. Like you should talk to her." And I go, "I already got it. Already introduced myself, got her name." And then
Yeah.
she peed all over the floor when she caught one,
Oh yeah, I've been
missed
told.
it, missed the clean because she peed, muttered
Oh,
to herself some kind of curse, and then picked it back up and kept cleaning in the puddle of her pee. And I was like, "Oh my God, this girl's insane. Like,
you're
this is everything I've
allowed.
ever wanted. She's crazy." And
Um,
so within about a week of that, I invited her to work out with me. And afterwards, I was like, "So I don't need any more friends. You want to go out? Yes or no? What's up?" And she said, "Yeah."
yeah, that's cool. And now you guys are married,
And now we're married.
newlyweds.
She did do that. She peeing herself cleaning is not an uncommon issue.
Oh,
I
yeah,
also shouldn't say that on live
yeah.
air. She has a lot of Kegels.
You could probably keep that one yourself. That's okay. Do you have YouTube on or something? We're getting a little echo,
Me?
or I'm getting echo. Yeah,
Not that I know of.
that's okay. All right, I think it's gone.
Oh, if she's watching the show, that's fine.
Yeah, that's okay. Don't worry about here. What did this say? What can it say? Everyone pees. No, not that one. If I piss myself working out, I'd get banned. Yeah, I mean, dudes, you don't really have the excuse. If you pee yourself and you're a dude, that's on you. So now, right? You guys are actually on a team together, correct?
We are, yes. Crash
Yes.
Ice.
And Crash Ice, proud proud supporter, owner, assistant coach of Crash Ice.
Very
What
nice.
what are you guys gearing up for right now?
We did just qualify for Syndicate Crown, our first actual semifinal, because last year, it was not a team semifinal, and
Wasn't that
also
like the community cup is what you guys went and did?
it was still an elite team competition. It was just, and it was still exclusive invites based
Hmm.
on your open ranking as a team. It just did not qualify to the games last year.
Okay.
But I also say this is our first legit competition of it because last year we did not qualify as a team. We were misfit B team stepchildren who JR needed a 39, had 39 teams, he needed 40, and he said, "Hey, if you want to, you can do it."
You guys were a
And
handout invite.
yeah, we were given, not earned team.
Was it, do you think it was a DEI related thing because of your hair?
Yes.
Okay. Thanks for cooperating with that, Quinton. Do you want to tell us a little bit about like the structure of your team, who's on the team, and kind of like, I guess, team structure, right? Dynamics of, who would you say the captain is? Who's, the person you got to push the most? Is everyone pulling in the same direction? How does it work? How do you guys train together? Give me the whole
All
rundown there.
Sure, yeah. I'd say captain and the person that gets drug around the most, both of those people are me. Um, I'm the captain. I'm also usually, if our team runs into a weak link, it's me and it's squatting and burpees at the same time.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, so our dynamic, we had Jackson on. I was searching for another girl. I called our mutual friend Bobby, and before I could finish the sentence, "Hey, I have a semifinals team," he was like, "I'll get you Emily. She'll do it," because he
Yep.
coached her. He's like, "She'll want to do it." So I have
Hmm.
Emily Meyer out of Columbia. Jackson dropped out on me because he went to firefighter school or something, and so I had to replace him with the second best option, Logan Brown, out of Charlotte.
Hmm.
Logan has lived a long, long life in 25 years.
I didn't realize he was only 25 for the same age.
He's young. He might not be exactly 25, but he's young, or he's under 30.
That's good. Lots of potential.
Oh, for sure. He's probably going to ditch. I mean, speaking of team rosters, he's probably going to ditch us to go individual, and I'll have to backfill him with Jackson. So
This year,
yeah, and I hope he does. He's did really well in quarterfinals.
that'd be cool. That's awesome. Where did he finish?
I
Shit,
actually don't know. I just know that
I
he did
should,
well.
I mean, Joseph, you don't have to. This is fine.
He must have been close to 100.
So Logan Brown, Emily Meyer, and then Cassidy is the fourth, correct?
That's right. And yep, and myself and my wife.
Um, how does that work competing with your wife? Is it an easy thing? Is it a hard thing? Are there
Um,
the fights, go home with it? Does it
It's
stay in
it's
the
like it's
gym?
like uh it's like swallowing a live octopus. It fights, it doesn't want to go down. Um, yeah, there's definitely bickering with it whenever we're competing, whenever we're doing any class workout together. It's everything is taken immediately personally.
Hmm.
I take it personally, she takes it personally, especially. we have to have marriage counseling sessions right before we do a class workout together where I'll say, hey, if I yell at you, it's just because I'm out of breath. It's not because I'm mad.
Mm, yeah.
So yeah, that's it's exactly what you would expect it to be, especially with a hyper-driven, extremely competitive, played college sports, only daughter is your wife and your workout partner. Then it's aren't yeah it's not hell. It's fun, but it's exciting.
Yeah, it's still enjoyable, but
Yeah,
there's
especially when you do well. And then if you don't do well, if one of you's not doing well, then it's an emotional roller coaster. But it's fun. I mean, for example, at Syndicate last year, my lovely sweet wife is not great at handstand walking at the time, and she couldn't finish the first workout. And everybody else is fine. Nope, none of us on our no one on our team cared that Cassidy couldn't finish the workout. They're like, this it happens. We all have weaknesses. We're on a
Mhm.
team. We agreed to this. We support each other. And she is just wants to leave, wants to cry, can't do it in a public setting. Is so mad. And so I need to deal with that. I have to take care of her. I have to be there, be supportive, and get her out.
What do you want me to pull up here? Can I
Yes,
tab?
I can. I'll tell him that later. But then the exact same time, the next day, our event is Heavy Isabel, and she's a weightlifter by trade. And so now all of a sudden she's sunshine, rainbows, giddy, and skipping all over the place. So it's
Mhm.
just an emotional roller coaster up and down. And I have to bite my tongue to not try and coach her because she's probably the only person that I care about being more successful than I am, where I don't actively secretly root for them to not do better than me. Like
Mhm.
every time I want her to do better than me. I want her to care more than I do. I want her to take more seriously than I do. And it's like a bad parent-child relationship sometimes. And I have to catch myself and go, no, this is her problem. She's an adult. She can solve this. You don't have to push her all the time. You don't have to keep her more accountable than anyone else, which
Yep.
I definitely catch myself doing. Being like, nope, that ring muscle up doesn't count. She's like, yes, it does. And I go, nope, it wasn't perfect. Doesn't count. No, rep it. Relearn how to do it. You're not doing it right. And it's
Mhm.
probably a fine ring muscle up. But because I'm looking at her and I'm like, I love you so much. I want you to be the best.
Mhm.
I'm hyper critical inside my monologue about her and what she's doing. So it definitely has those kinds of complications, and it just takes lots of communicating and grace like a normal marriage does. It's just exemplified because you're at an elevated heart rate with elevated stakes of competing in CrossFit.
Do you, I mean, I think I know the answer to this, but like when I'm working out, if me and Emily are doing a workout together, uh, and I like she starts to, for lack of a better term, starts whining about the workout in the workout, right? Oh, this is hard, or oh, this is too
Oh yeah,
hard. Like we did a sandbag clean workout once and sandbag carry, and I think it was like that and burpees or something. And she was just making noises and yelling, and I'm like, come on, keep going. And then it's just like swearing and shit. And I'm like, I just realized like it's better to just shut up, not saying anything, and let her just go through it. Um, and then the even worse is when she's in the middle of a workout and she's like, "Oh, I want you to coach me." I'm like, "Oh, fucking great. This is gonna go well." And I sit there and I start coaching her, and like I don't like I just leave the coach's hat on. Like I coached her for she redid the third open workout and there was like 2 minutes left and I'm like, you gotta go. And she's like, I can't go. I can't go. Um and shut up. And I'm like, well,
yeah, yeah.
what do you want? You want me to sugarcoat it or not? You can pick up the bar. You can go faster. Um
Of course, yeah. Like I see her potential so much more clearly than anyone else's, and
yeah.
I think as a spouse, a partner, whatever, you were so much more critical of when it's not being reached. And I mean, to that point, yeah, all the time, I will try to encourage her, or she'll ask me why I don't encourage her. I'm like, well, if I yelled at you the way I yell at John Gavin at Crash, you would cry, and we would have a 3-day fight about it. Because if it's a guy I'll stick my foot up his butt and be like, "You're a coward. You are soft. You're not trying. You don't care about your progress. You don't care about your process. You
Yeah.
don't care about your kids because you are not doing burpees or toes to bar as fast as you should be." I'll never
Mhm.
talk to my wife that way. But then she'll see me do that to a guy and she'll be like, "You don't care about me. You don't care about my progress because you're not that passionate as you are with him." Like, of course I.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
yeah, it's definitely hard. It's a balance, but I think it also just comes and goes with the moods of a woman, which is elusive and mysterious to me. And I just kind of try and ride a wave clear over the top of it.
Well, and you learn it more, right? And you get better at it
Oh
over
yeah,
time.
I'm
Um,
I'm a black belt at my wife's emotions, what she is saying, what she really means, what she needs. And most of the time, it's that she's tired and hungry because she works 60 hours a week and works out with me 2 to 3 hours a day.
on that, let's pivot a little bit. What do you do? Obviously, you're not a full-time CrossFit Games athlete yet. I don't
Yeah,
know if necessarily that's something you want to. If you do want to, I don't think the team route is going to be the way that you're going to make that money unless you move to Cookville. Um, JR doesn't seem to be having, you know, a big training camp open up just yet. Where
no,
sponsors are rolling in.
everyone at our gym is too toxically competitive for that kind of cooperation.
Yeah. Um, I mean, it would be the perfect breeding ground for it. CrossFit Games champ, um, reigning CrossFit Games champ is there. From there,
From
was
there.
developed there. Um, he's kind of off doing his own thing now, but we could talk about Jason later if you want to. I feel like you're probably one of the closest people to him. But what do you do for work?
Uh, every time I'm asked that question, I answer it with, I work for a generic fastener engineering company.
Okay.
We make the screws that are in concept to rowers and skiers and bikes.
Dude, so there's a screw on the or on the bike erg and the strength erg. It sits on the back. It's for the phone thing, right? That slides up
Yeah,
and
yeah,
down.
yeah, yeah. Your phone clamp.
You know that screw?
Yeah, that's a 2350792.
No shit. That's amazing.
That's our
Um,
number for it, but
but so on the strength erg, we have two of them at my work, and we pulled them out to use them. And one day, like right before we're about to start, like a running joke is that I hate tools, and I'm surrounded by a bunch of mechanics. But I'm like, all right, guys, we're gonna do, minute of leg press, minute of chest press. Yeah, Logan, thank you. I figured that was a made up number. But there's one that screw is like sitting on the floor, and a dude picks it up, and he's like, "Here, I found this." And I'm like, "Oh fuck!" I'm like, "Great, like where'd this come from?" And then I'm like, "Oh wait, no, it's just the phone thing. I swear." I'm like, "Oh yeah, funny. That's cool that you make those screws."
if you ever need more of the little tiny ones, I can get you one.
Thanks. That'd be awesome. Um,
But to answer your question, my job is that I count when we order them from China. I count them when they get to the U.S. and make sure they're all there. So my entire job is just data entry and babysitting 40-year-olds.
Okay. So how does your job, how do you schedule training around your job? Like what's your day-to-day schedule look like then? Obviously you're training quite a bit.
Uh, perfect world. Work out at 4 or 5 a.m. Go to work at 12:45. Do a workout at the YMCA for 45 minutes. Get off work. Go to the gym for 1 hour, maybe 2 hours. Get home at 7 or 8. Make dinner. Go to bed.
Okay. Workout 4 or 5 a.m.
Yeah.
That's like in the door at 4.
No, that would be like wake up at 4, get to the gym by 5, or be in this garage at 5
Yeah.
5,
Train from 5 to 6:30.
6 at the latest.
6. 1 hour in the morning. Work
Yeah, I got
starts
I
at
have a 30-minute commute too, so that doesn't help with my time management.
work starts at 7.
Yeah.
Work until you said the YMCA. Like is that a lunchtime workout?
Yeah, yeah.
So work until noon, go to the YMCA, do a piece, go back to work at 1,
hmm
work until when? 4.
4 or 5, yeah.
Okay, get to the gym, finish up whatever you have left on the
Yeah,
docket.
yeah.
What do you do for programming?
Sentinel, best programming on the internet,
Mhm.
or Crash class.
So it's an either or.
Yeah, it's a mix and match.
How do you? Okay, so I feel like probably there's a lot of people that are in your shoes that have a training program, subscribe to a training program, but also go to a gym where they want to hop in on class workouts. Class workouts are good. Um, Getting it, I assume. Well, why do you hop in on the class workouts? Can you hear me?
For me, it's because I get bored of doing just individual workouts. And it's a personal fault too, probably. I can only race myself so often, so much, and get something out of it. So at least once a week, I like to do something with a group of people where I get a race environment. But I think it's also good to stay connected to your community. I
Mm-hmm.
I liked CrossFit a lot because of the class structure, because fat guys were beating me at wall balls and running, and
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, this is a different game. It has nothing to do with looks or aesthetics. You never know who's good at what. You never know who can push you where, who can give you advice, who can give you critique.
Yeah.
So I like the class aspect from those perspectives.
Yeah. That makes sense. So you said like once, maybe twice a week, you're hopping into a class workout. You're not necessarily like doing. You're not
No, I'm
subbing
not. Yeah, I'm
training
definitely
every
not.
other day.
Yeah, no, not that often. Maybe a Wednesday or Saturday.
Okay, so on the partner workout days,
Yeah, yeah, basically.
that's fair. And then do you
Now,
are you?
if I see deadlifts and rope climbs in the class workout, I have to remind everyone who's in charge, and I'll do that.
Yep. Yeah, you
But
go.
otherwise, yeah. If it's squatting and burpees, I'll do my own programming.
You should probably do the squatting and burpees.
All my programming is squatting and burpees every day.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. So on that note, you're one of the few individual athletes that we have at Sentinel. Um, there's more, but how long have you been working with Taylor one on one?
Well,
I'm
actually, that
guessing.
changed, but
Oh,
2 years straight.
oh shit. Did I? Now I've messed up.
No, I don't care. I'm not. I'm telling people to care for the reason I just mentioned of individual burnout. Of oh my God, I'm so bored.
Hmm.
I'm not having fun. So right now I'm on compete track, and
Nice.
I'll text for advice of hey, should I do sumo deadlift high pulls or should I do 75-pound front squat, like that kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
I'll get touches like that. But if you sign up for the $30 month compete track, you can also get that input and advice.
Yes, that's true. You can.
So
That's
yeah,
cool.
I was an individual athlete with them for almost 2 years straight, and I've noticed huge gains in my ability to do uninjured when I'm uninjured, do handstand push-ups, burpees, running, that kind of stuff.
We have a it's kind of neat, the group and the collective that's joined in. It's definitely the southeastern region has, you know, uh hopped on to Sentinel, right? The heavy hitters. We got both the Griffins, Logan, you.
Yeah.
Um, who am I missing? You can fill in the blanks. Cassidy. I don't know the other ladies off the top of my head. Obviously Morgan Porter, but like
I
in
think
that area.
yeah, I think like Delia Moyes, I think she does
Yep.
some Sentinel stuff. She's a really good girl.
Competing. Really good at competing.
That's honestly all I know.
Yeah, that's cool. Neat. What should we talk about, Quinn? I got a couple of things on here. I want to hear about the heat
Can we
stroke
do an ad
doctor.
break?
What?
Oh, the heat stroke doctor? That's just speaking of the devil. Delia Moyes had like a heat stroke at a competition, and my wife had to save her and fist fight her because she was delusional and wandering all over the place.
Okay. Oh,
But
Jackson Drohan.
Cassidy, my wife Cassidy is a physician's assistant. So, oh yeah, Jackson does Sentinel too. I forgot about that.
Sorry, buddy. We
I think
just
Bobby does Sentinel.
Allie Z. I was going off of people from the southeastern
She's not
region. I'm
Southern.
sorry, guys. Yeah, we know Allie. Allie's going to be on here tomorrow. Actually, it'll be a great show. Cherry picker. Interesting. But so with that, I guess the reason I brought that up is it's cool that now you're able to hop on and see the people on the leaderboard, people you know, right? And you have
Yeah, and
people to push against. Yeah.
that's why I made the change also, because that was the other thing. I'm like, hey, I'm doing these workouts. Maybe 2 or 3 weeks later, I'll see that workout on the leaderboard, and I'll get to compare. Like, oh, I was kind of close to these guys. Um, but just as often, the workouts change slightly. It may be guinea pigs. Maybe I couldn't finish it, and it's harder, whatever. And I'm like, I would just rather do these workouts at the same time and have conversations and do them with Jackson, do them with Bobby Gears. I'll do them against the person as it's happening. I think that's healthier for me.
Bobby's on Sentinel.
Every now and again, he is, yeah.
Oh, he is all over the place.
Well, he runs. I think he does his class workout pretty often
Yeah.
too. So he does a lot.
Yeah, he does. I need to go down there, drop into that gym. Okay, so heat stroke. So your wife took care of Dalia when she passed out on the competition floor, but were you involved in that at all, or did they just bring that up to give
I have no idea.
Cassidy a shout
I
out?
don't remember being involved in that.
Awesome. Cool.
I've got heat stroke a few times, but my wife never helped me.
What does she do when you get heat stroke?
I'm usually told to, be okay.
Tough it up.
Yeah, just be fine, be tough.
That's good.
As tough as I am on her from a coaching perspective, I think she's tough on me medically. Like my shoulder hurts. My shoulder hurts so bad right now, and I keep trying to be like, I need to go get this looked at. She's like, you need to stop being a bitch and take an Advil. You'll be fine.
Yeah. Speaking about, I guess you mentioned your shoulder, but things that I know is a big affliction for you, and maybe you could help some other people out with it. I've heard you have a tough time with your tummy on the occasion. I'd like to hear about that a little bit. One, if you got any funny stories for us, how it's affected your workouts, but then two, how you kind of made it work, right? Like I kind of consider you a little bit, one day I think you're going to be to the point where you're like the male Alexis Raptis, right? And our only thing holding you back is, that tum-tum of yours.
I mean, if I get as good as her, I'm going to be better than her because I already have my tum-tum figured out.
Okay.
I've definitely shit myself a few times during workouts. I've stopped plenty of workouts to go shit. Every Wodapalooza qualifier I've ever done, I've had to stop at least one squat variation workout to go poop. There was one a few years ago that was like 21:59 front squats at 185 and chest to bar, and I got 3 reps into the 15 front squats and just uncontrollably started pooping down my leg. Not the first or last time that happened. It's just a wonderful, wonderful combination of IBS, lactose intolerance, gluten intolerance, anxiety disorders, performance and disorders. And the only real solution is to not eat anything fun. Don't inhale caffeine. Don't take caffeine. Eat oats, rice, plain chicken, no fatty meat. And otherwise, if you don't do that, then you're never going to fix it.
So you eat oats, rice, and plain chicken.
Potatoes, plain chicken, plain turkey. That's about it. If you eat apples, pears, broccoli, fatty meat, sometimes potatoes, especially sweet potatoes, yeah, I'm done.
Oh, God. That's rough. Was this at Crash where you started pooping down your leg?
No, that was a Carolina CrossFit.
Okay. Yeah. That's fair.
I made college students clean that up. That wasn't.
Yeah, I guess that brings us to, we could get into our origin story a little bit. So Quinton, I think the first time we met in person was at CrossFit Charlotte. Correct me if I'm wrong there.
I think so. In person, yeah. We had spoken briefly over the internet a few times.
Yeah, we had spoken briefly over the internet, and I think that was probably I think you reached out to me first on the internet. Or maybe no, I think it was after your Crash debut when you really.
That's when everyone wanted to talk to me.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about that a little bit. So CrossFit Crash, what year was that, the Crash Crucible for you?
20 years ago, 2023.
2023. Okay.
Young man.
2023. What was the event that was your big breakout moment?
The first two.
Okay.
So the first one was pegboard, skiing, and a Zercher yoke carry.
Yep.
And then the second one was running GHD sit-ups and pig flips. And I think I got second place in both of those. Actually, I tied for second place in the first one, and for some reason that I to this day have not been told, was given third place, despite the fact that there was no tie break. And the only thing I could figure out is that second place was James Sprague, and they weren't going to give third place to James Sprague.
Yeah. Oh wow, this is awesome.
That's like 5 years ago.
Wow. So what did you say after? Was it after the Totem Bar workout, the running Totem Bar workout, where I believe it was on the 7 podcast? Did you point at the or was it on a podcast, or did you just point at?
It was on the live stream. I was unexpectedly winning my heat.
Yeah.
I think I lapped everyone in my heat.
Yeah.
And I looked down the barrel of the camera and I told Rick, who was filming, that this was my house and everybody else could get out.
Yeah, get out of my house.
Yeah. Which is like an Eminem lyric, and I don't listen to raps. I don't know where I came up with that moniker or why I decided to say it. I just did.
Yeah. It was just raw emotion in the moment.
For sure. It was showmanship. It was a performance. It was seeking attention, and I got it.
So I think maybe I found you from that, and then we started talking on the internet.
I did wear my own leader jersey that says second place in event 1.
You made your own leader jersey?
Yeah, from a Walmart wife beater.
That's amazing. Oh, that's fantastic. What did JR think of that?
I assume he thought it was funny.
Did you wear it that weekend?
I wore it for that event. So I got second place in the first event.
Yeah.
I went to Walmart, got a wife beater, had an artistic friend draw the leader jersey logo on it, and put second place event 1. There it is. Yeah. So I think he smiled. He smiled at me when he saw it. So he thought it was funny.
How many times do you think you've gotten like maybe I guess a smile or a laugh or a attaboy from JR? Like, could you count that?
No. An attaboy? Never.
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 Smile?
Maybe once or twice.
Once or twice. And then how many times have you made him laugh?
Maybe once. But like out loud in front of me, probably never. I just assume that he's read messages or something that he's laughed at it.
Yeah, he's had to in the privacy of his own home.
Exactly.
That's awesome. So you break out onto the scene, CrossFit Crash, just kick the door in, and then you've been grinding ever since. And then now this year you're kind of coming back, and you're going to be competing at a semifinal, trying to punch your guys' ticket to the CrossFit Games. Is that the goal? Is that?
Oh, for sure. I mean, at least we all want to go individual. I'm moving because my wife is home and she wants to ski in the garage.
We could sit and watch intervals. That's fine.
Why are you listening to me? No, we all want to go. We all want to go individually.
Yeah.
We all have agreements of, hey, if anybody makes it, we have alternates for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
But we also know that, hey, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world if our team also qualified. So
yeah, that would be really cool.
A goal for us. We'll see how. And like we talked about earlier, this is a more legit field than last year because we had high level teams that we were going against. So we got ninth. So we don't have huge expectations, but we want to try and get top 10 and see if it's something we can develop because we're all under 30. And I don't know if you looked at the CrossFit scene lately, but most of the best people are 28 to 29 right now.
Mm-hmm.
So we know we have a good couple years we can keep developing if we want to.
Yeah. And you'd have the right coach for it too.
Yeah.
That's cool. So we met at CrossFit Charlotte at the Charlotte Classic. I was competing. You were just watching, correct?
Yeah, I tore my shoulder open.
You tore your shoulder open. And I don't know. I mean, you approached me because I didn't know what you looked like in person. And you just came up and you're like, hi, Will Plummer. And we started chatting. It was actually, I was kind of creeped out a little bit at first. I was like, okay, who is this dude? And I was like, oh, I know who you are. You're that
I
Quinton
do the
guy.
same thing with my wife.
Uh, and 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 then the next time we see each other in person was 2024, when I was down in South Carolina, and I think I came and met you at Crash,
Yeah.
picked up the rocks. Joseph, could you pull up my story by chance? So you had these Atlas stones, and you posted on your story, "Hey, I have these Atlas stones that I just need to get rid of for free." And I'm like, "Awesome! I'm gonna be there for my getting my level 2, and I'm gonna swing through Spartansburg. I'll come grab them." Not that one. The one previous. There's a picture of Quinton. Me, it's Quinton in the back of my car with two rocks, two giant rocks. Anyways, show up, grab those rocks from you. We're best buddies. Uh, we You came down for a weekend in Columbia, and we did a workout with those rocks. Do you remember what that workout was?
It was 100 cleans for time in the parking lot of a CrossFit gym.
Yep.
And
Did we use the 150 for that, or do we use the 100?
I feel like it must have been 150.
Yeah. It was at the end of the competition, and I hadn't worked out yet that day, and I think you might have in the morning. So if you look here, that's Quinton post workout. He just loads the rocks up for me in the back of my car. They sat in the trunk of my car for another month and a half, probably, and I think severely damaged my axle, because now that left rear tire always seems to wear first, and there's
We're
always
down
a
a little
slow
bit.
leak in it. Um, and I'm almost 100% sure that is from the rocks sitting there and banging and clanging.
Yeah, I remember that. It was late August. We had spectated, maybe judged a competition at Carolina
Yeah.
CrossFit. All
Famously
the
hot.
famously hot, and it is hot as hell in Columbia, South Carolina in August. It was probably 105 degrees. Everyone else was going to a barbecue restaurant, and you said, "I want to work out." And I was like, "I'll work out with you. We got these
Mhm.
Atlas stones. What should we do?" I said, "Let's do 100 cleans for time."
Yep.
And then it started pouring down rain. So
Yep.
there in the pouring down rain, across the street from the fire department, we probably looked like crazy
Shirtless.
homeless people, shirtless,
Yep.
digging a trench with a Atlas stone.
Yeah.
And that's
Similar conditions today. So I was driving home, and I did a little train sentinel piece. I'm trying to deload a little bit from quarterfinals in the open, and body doesn't feel great. So I just did one piece today after work. It was a little 10-minute workout of single arm thrusters and regular kipping pull ups. But I needed to do something else. I'm like, what do I want to do? And then I thought, man, I should just do some Atlas lifts. So I did 30 cleans to shoulder, just as a little reminder to get in the right mental space for this today. But we did it. I have it here, August 3rd of 2024. We did 100 Atlas stone lifts for time with the 150. Do you remember our time? I have it right here.
was it 10 minutes?
It was 8:40.
Wow.
That's pretty fucking. That's
We
pretty
should
good.
rip that back. We should rip that back out. That's covered in mud too. It's pretty good.
Yeah. No, but when I
I
was
was
doing it
definitely
today,
I was definitely bleeding again after that.
yeah, the forearms were pretty messed up from it, and the shoulders. Um, we've done one other workout together, to my knowledge. Do you remember what that workout was?
Yeah, 100 wall walks.
Yeah, it was 150 wall walks per time.
Listen, I'm really creative with my pinch for time workouts.
I think that one might have been me though. I think I was like, because it was me, you, and Bobby at
Maybe you probably said it as a joke.
at the Freedom Games, and then we did 150, and it was just. I mean, you guys were smashing me time wise. Like my wall walk speed still is not great, but then it
Yeah,
was
mine either.
abysmal. That was a good one. So what kind of is interesting for me with you, we haven't had a ton of time together. We haven't really known each other that long. We've clicked, I think, from the very start. But I was honestly kind of surprised when you sent me an invitation to your wedding. I was really shocked, but I was like super stoked to get it because I'm like, wow, like cool. Me and Quinton are like really good buddies. So that
Yeah,
meant a lot to me. So thank you, dude.
of course. My wife likes you too. So.
And that was before I was even a Sentinel coach. So like I knew it wasn't a pity invite. They're like, Taylor and Bryce are going to be here. We have to invite Will. And it was a super good time. So thank you for that.
Yeah, of course.
Joseph, what are you saying, dude? What is this? I'm at a blank. What should we talk about?
Topics we talk about.
Okay, yeah, you take it away. Let's go.
Let's see. First, it's not impressive to be good at something that you're gifted at. No one cares that I can do rope climbs and deadlifts better than anyone on this planet except for Logan Brown. People would care if suddenly I could do 100 strict handstand push-ups in 5 minutes. So posting, oh my God, look at how great I did at the strict handstand push-ups at the end of this quarterfinals workout. When you're 5'5", doesn't matter. Vice versa, like me, same thing. If I go out there and I post like, look how strong I am every single day, but I know that you can't run a mile in under 80 minutes. I don't care. Go into a different sport. This is CrossFit. If you're going to be doing CrossFit and claiming to try to be a competitive CrossFitter, and you're bad at something, you should be posting nothing but that thing you're bad at constantly, or just get off social media. And on that subject, why are there so many CrossFit and let me rephrase this question. Why do you think CrossFit currently is supporting so many online influencers that have no grip in what they're posting? There's no juice. They just post the exact same reel of the exact same subject over and over again. They're vaguely throwing something out there, but they have their likes turned off. They're just putting Bible verses in their caption and posting them doing handstand walks, and people are just eating it up. And I'm like, what do you provide to the community? What do you
Oh no,
provide
Quinton, your
to
wife is
yourself?
cutting the internet here.
Do you experience that? Does that frustrate you? Does that grind your gears?
Yeah, you kind of blanked out there a little bit. The connection got a little fuzzy, but that's okay. I think I got the gist of it. Like the people posting videos of them handstand walking, and then
Hold on, let me plug my computer up.
yeah, you're good. Go for it. Are you upset with CrossFit, like HQ, or are you more so saying that they're promoting it, or just
not
the
at all. I
CrossFit
think it's
space
an
in general?
interesting cultural shift.
Yeah, I don't know. I think maybe it's kind of I guess the way instead of like looking at other people and trying to wonder their why, I always look at like if I'm gonna post something and I'm gonna post a workout, or something of me working out, I'm gonna what really grinds my gears is when people post a video of them working out but don't say what the piece is, what the full workout was. Because then you're, as the viewer, you're left with essentially, okay, cool, this person's working out, but what are they doing, right? You want to know what the workout was, so that you can go do it or do something like it or similar to it. So when the elite athletes will post, a montage of them doing heavy snatches, handstand walks, and whatever, but then they don't, say what it was or what the sets and reps were. And it's just some like locked in or, Kaduska, whatever hashtag they throw in there, but they don't actually say what it is. It doesn't really provide the viewer with any value, right? And all of their fans or people that follow them want something from them, right? And unless it's, she's going to get picked on, but like Danny Spiegel now is doing American Gladiator, right? Which is awesome and it's cool. And you know what? She's going to freaking win it because she's a CrossFitter. But if she does a post, or if anyone does a post, oh boy, Quinton, this has gone off the rails. When someone does a post of them working out and doesn't include anything there, then it's just a, hey, look at me, right? Look at me for looking at me versus, hey, look at this cool
Yeah,
workout that I did. I think that's just society and people wanting to see themselves more, right? It's why when you walk past a mirror, you might look at it, right? And you spend extra time, right? Because we're selfish creatures at the end of the day.
for sure. Yeah. What else do I have written down? I just wrote down all my pet peeves.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Will, did you
Yeah, no.
like my workout?
I mean, we can circle.
Yeah, I think that
Um,
makes sense.
Gus, to answer your question, there are not actually a lot of buts in the ones I'm referring to. Uh, Most of the people I'm talking about are people like Travis Moore, who just, make a fake showing of their talent, and I don't
Mm.
know what they get out of it longevity wise. Um,
Have you seen Clay Troy?
no, who was that?
Do you know who that is? Oh, he's this he came from the challenger division of the WFP, and when all the people dropped out of the finals, he barely made it and got in, or I don't know, barely made it, right? But got into that, and he kind of is one for me that where I'm like, oh, like he might be. When I think of people that come to mind, he's one of them. But he's also a blue collar worker, so I kind of respect that. But he made a
See,
big deal out of it.
I respect that way more than these 25-year-olds that don't have jobs that are just working out all day or
What
working
about?
part-time so they can work out. Jason Jason quit his job after he made the games. All right.
Yeah.
These people in our community have this strange delusion that they need to quit their job and stop contributing to society so that they can do CrossFit. CrossFit's not going to
Mm.
pay any of your bills unless you're the top three best people in the world. Stop wasting your own time. Stop wasting your potential in other avenues and invest in yourself and in your neighborhood and your culture and your community, whatever. But doing CrossFit full time as someone that's never made a semifinal, much less an online semifinal, is not a good way to live your life. You're going to
Mm-hmm.
turn 30 with a broken knee and have no skills, no circles, no development, and you're just going to be a loser and have to start over with nothing. If you know what I'm saying, like don't do that. If you haven't earned it, you shouldn't be doing it. Jason quit his job after he made the games the first time. He
Jason
worked as
quit.
a janitor at a church. Um, I don't know what he did, but I know that he told
I
me
I believe he
he
worked
is
at a
told. I
church.
don't actually know what he did, but he told me he's like, don't ever quit your job until you have solid, consistent proof that this is worth doing without security.
So that's advice you've gotten from Jason.
Yeah,
That's good. Let's talk about you and Jason's relationship. How long have you known him?
I wouldn't say that we have a relationship. Um, I don't want to paint myself as like his best friend, and I talk to him once or twice every 2 months.
That's okay.
Um, no, I mean I've known him for 3 years.
Yeah. Yeah. He was a college football wide receiver. We know that. Yeah. He worked as a barista before training. There's no way he worked as a
He
barista.
was like a youth pastor, and he did some kind of business work for New Spring Church.
He previously had an interest in church guest services. Yeah, I knew he worked at a church. I guess that's always just been. I didn't know what that meant.
But
Yes,
that's
tennis.
a
We
that's
know
a fake job too. So I don't know if I should give him too much credit.
Um, yeah, he kind of. I mean, definitely. Like, I don't think there's anything lucky about it. But he
Yeah,
definitely his career picked up quick. There was a lot of hype, rightfully so. Right, he came out and won. Um, I think it was Syndicate. Yeah, it was the Syndicate crown.
Syndicate or Mac, they're in the same. They were in
Maybe
the
it
same
was it
location.
was the Mac. Did they have the sword? Mac was the sword
Yeah,
one. He won the Mac, beat Justin Medeiros, goes to the games, finishes fucking 25th, right? But then Matt Frazier took a liking to him. He became an HWPO athlete. Um, got the Nike contract, went down that whole rabbit hole, and like he was good, right? Like he made it. He's made a career out of it, and obviously it's working out for him now. Financially, he's probably good. Grace Ann seems to be smart with the money. I don't know if Jason, is the one that's investing and whatnot.
yeah. Well, even then, on that subject, this is not from his mouth. This is just something that I know. She was working full time at like a barber shop, supporting both of them
Yeah.
while he was doing that transition. Even then, he's taking huge risk and putting huge loads on his spouse. Um, so I just I wouldn't ever be comfortable doing that to another person, especially not my wife. Um, I don't know, it's always
Yeah.
interesting that I see that, and I see a lot. We see it in our gym. I see it at other people's gyms, and I see it, and I just go, interesting. What will you have in 10 years? A mediocre CrossFit career of, oh, I made a semifinal once or twice. Okay, great. Is that what you want out of life? What if your legs break in a car accident? What if tomorrow I lose my legs in a car accident and I can't do CrossFit anymore? I'm not doing adaptive CrossFit, I'll tell you that. But I'm also going to have a lot more to live for than just, oh, I
You'd have
wanted
a
to be a CrossFitter.
you'd have a good torso for adaptive CrossFit though, I think. I
Yeah,
think that's a big
I'd
thing.
be
Like
pretty good.
if we were talking about the car crash and it
There's
was
no
like
squatting in paraplegic CrossFit.
there's no squatting, there's no burpees, it's just upper body pressing and pulling. And flexion. We know you're good at trunk flexion.
Yeah.
So on that, right, like talking about purpose, then, what would you say are some of the bigger things outside of CrossFit that give you purpose and drive, besides your wife and all that?
I mean, I, I kind of personally separate my purpose from my things that give me joy. I mean, joy wise, just about me personally, I love movies, I love music. Daniel and I are going to start a jazz band as soon as we retire.
You love
Um,
Daniel?
yeah, yeah. Uh, oh my God, Daniel Sterling.
Wow,
Um,
that worked. Holy shit.
yeah, we're going to start a jazz band. Um, but I mean, yeah, being a husband, uh, my professional life, whether even though I don't care about screws in the long term, having a goal, having a job, having a paycheck, maintaining security, that gives me a purpose. I think overall in my life, my purpose is to develop discipline as a man, as a human, and eventually teach other people how to do that. And CrossFit is just an outlet to express that. Like my purpose is to develop self-control. It's to be in charge of myself over my emotions. CrossFit is just a really convenient way of channeling that and expressing it by getting up at 4 a.m. when I don't feel like it, pushing harder when I don't feel like it, doing burpees and squats, even though it's really uncomfortable. Uh, I do have my archery career, my Katniss Everdeen, but like I could do that without legs. That would give me purpose and joy. But I'll never sink all of my identity into, you know, look at me. I'm a CrossFitter. This is all that matters. I'm
Hmm.
going all in on this.
Yeah.
I'll yeah, I'll throw my life away so that I can do CrossFit. That's just dumb.
Yeah. Um, do you find yourself, I guess then that brings us kind of back to your whole, do you think that the people that are posting that is their whole life is just CrossFit, or that's the only thing they know, they think that that's what's popular right now, or that's what their circle does, so they post it about it, or it's what they're doing right now, so that's all they have to post about. Like I feel that anyone when they're in the camp and you're doing the thing, right, like that's if they don't have a career and that's all they're posting about, if they can make it more educational, right? Like I think there's some people that do it right. And I guess we look back at like the older kind of CrossFitters, right? Like the old CrossFit Games athletes, they were on seminar staff, they were coaches, they were gym owners themselves, right?
Yeah.
Like, is that a different story than, okay, hey, no, I'm just trying to be this professional CrossFitter athlete type to you?
I think yeah, maybe and maybe not. I think right now what we're seeing is even then, like we don't have the same breed of professional CrossFit athletes anymore. James Hobart's and Camille LeBlanc Bazinets don't exist right now. We don't
Mm-hmm.
have games athletes that are on seminar staff. Jason and Dallin and James, as good as they are, and they are doing, I think they do a lot for the community. Um, but they're not on seminar staff. They're not going around and doing, whatever the Dan Bailey, Rich Froning thing at Big Sky was, where they're just getting a ton of eyes on education and promoting
Hmm.
fitness. They promote themselves like models basically. It's just look at how hot and fit I am. It's not look at CrossFit. What most of these people are doing is just look at me, look at me, look at me, and I'll do whatever it
Hmm.
takes to get you to look at me. I'll do High Rocks, I'll do Xenos, whatever it's called, games. I'll do CrossFit at a mediocre level. I'll post my highlight reels on Instagram constantly. I'm not actually promoting you to be a healthier, better person. I just want you to notice how great I am. So maybe, and maybe some of those people will turn that around and do that. Maybe they'll turn into Ben Smiths who are owning affiliates and changing lives 20 years later. But I don't think that's very likely. I think that used to be, everyone and their brother. Now it's one in a million.
Yeah, I think it's a slippery slope, right? Like there's cycles to it, of where they have this passion, they love CrossFit, they do everything to get to the games, they make sacrifices, they do the extra training before and after work, they get to the games, right? If they do well, they get sponsors, right?
Yeah,
But those sponsors, like you said, for the most part, only care one about how you look, whether that's like if you're really really good, right? How you're performing, right? But a lot of it's going to come down to looks for guys or girls, and they get these contracts, and it's like, okay, like I'm going to pick on a couple.
do it.
Right. Here's Rain, right? Here's
Yeah,
this energy drink that I drink, and it helps me go to the games, right? And it makes me
I'll
fitter.
tell
And
you right now, none of them drink rain.
none of them.
None of them. Rain does nothing but make you piss and dehydrate you. It is too much caffeine. It's too many chemicals. None of them drink it. I cannot tell you without calling out. He might have talked to me again. I don't care. I cannot tell you how many empty rain cans or full open rain cans sit around our gym because they get opened up for commercials and then set down on a plyo box and never touched again.
Do you do you go drink them? Do you go pick them up? I
Yeah,
would.
as long as they're not warm, it's fair game.
I'm a little caffeine rat for that shit. The Rains are like crack cocaine. Those things are like meth. Yeah, Fit Aid's safe for you, Joseph. Um, any of these things I would love, if they wanted to sponsor the podcast too. I mean, I'll promote whatever caffeine. But I just don't think I, they don't care necessarily about how good they do or how fit they are or how educational their content is for people or how much value they provide for the community. It's just how many eyeballs and looks they're going to get at their product, right? Which
Yeah,
and the businesses don't necessarily need to want anything more out of their athletes. It's just at the end of the day, then they're billboards essentially for whatever
yeah.
product they're selling.
That's not the athlete's problem. That's not well. It's not necessarily their fault. It might be their problem. Maybe don't sell toothpaste if you don't brush your teeth with it. I don't know. That's what you live with and decide. That's an honor thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't say I wouldn't do it. I've never been offered. You might see me pushing rain in 3 months.
Yeah.
And you better
If the
buy
checks
something.
came a rolling, right?
Yeah,
Like,
use my code when you get it.
but like even with that, like they don't have a code for some of those things, right? Like none of those rain athletes have a code. They're just
No. Well, it's like here. I'm gonna do another one that'll get in trouble. It's like engineered nutrition. Have never met people that own a company that I have not liked in my entire life as much as engineered nutrition. Their stuff doesn't dissolve in water. It tastes acidic. It doesn't have enough salt in it. I have to add salt to it because it's not enough salt in a salt supplement. They
okay.
also dropped a 19-year-old athlete without telling her. Just one day she wasn't sponsored anymore, and they were like, "You figure it out. Not our problem to communicate that of why or why not you're involved anymore."
Hmm.
I hate that they couldn't even supply the competition that they were the title sponsor of Fittest of the Coast. They ran out all 3 days. Like, why why would I listen to you? Why would I care when I see athletes saying they're sponsored by you and you should use them? They've they don't use you. They use a better supplement company. They use Gatorade powder with table salt added to it because it's better than your product.
Yeah. It's so Daniel Sterling, 2346. It's a hard justification for Hopper to go promote seminars for free when he gets paid X dollars to do the same for Rain.
Yeah, and
Reggie.
that's not his. I agree, Daniel. That's not his fault though. That's probably CrossFit's fault because I imagine that CrossFit was paying for most of the promotional content they used to do that gave games athletes the ability to
Yeah.
push their product.
I think and we've been picking on Jason and the elite athletes, but I do think this year one of the things that for me has been a good sign is you saw the boys interrupted. They all did the trip. They went out to the ranch. They did
Yeah,
that thing. I don't think they were getting paid for that. I think they had their travel paid for, but they went out to the ranch, did their thing there. They dropped into I think a couple, I think a base there, but then they also did the Alaska trip, and that was obviously for the sponsorship with the Air National Guard, uh, and showing love there. I think where what the athletes and maybe people in general don't get is sometimes the work that we do for free, right? Or we don't get paid for, it pays us tenfold down the road. Meaning, Jason shows up and shoots, goes and takes a level 1, right? And they video it and they do the whole thing and they release a full 30 whatever doc on it, right? All Jason got out of it was a level 1, and you could say, yeah, he wasted a weekend here that he could have been getting paid X amount by this sponsor.
yeah, yeah.
But he goes and shoots that doc. People watch it and see it, and those people that are watching it and seeing it and that content is going to produce and make more money and sell more seminars for CrossFit, which is then going to grow, and 10 new gyms are going to open up, right? That then the reach and the pie gets a little bit bigger, so that the sponsors will shell out more money for the athletes in the future, right? You're like, those little decisions will come back to you in the future if you're looking at it from a growth mindset versus just okay, what can I get my piece of the pie right now, right? Versus, hey, let me
Yeah,
grow
yeah.
the pie as a whole.
And I also think, like you said, I think those four guys are doing more for CrossFit than anyone's done in 10 years with it. In terms of media advertising, unprompted, without being asked to, they're just doing it because they enjoy it, and probably because they're making money off views, which they shouldn't. I guess my biggest gripe, my pet peeve, is like I was saying, those mid-tier people that I'm like, hey, if I can say anything to anyone, and no one should care what I have to say, I haven't done anything of value yet, have something else, for God's sake. Like, learn how to read a book, learn science.
How to read. How
Get a
many
back.
CrossFit Games athletes do you think cannot read?
How many CrossFit Games athletes do you think have bachelor's degrees?
Oh.
Because I think it's now I don't have one, so again, I can't talk
Joseph, do you
shit.
want to go? Could you pull up the games leaderboard from 2024, please? We'll
But
just go
like,
yes or no, real quick.
for sure. But like, how many? If only 40 people make it to the games each year, do I think 2,000 think that they can or think that they want to? What are they doing? What are those people doing?
That the 2,000
Nothing.
that think they can, the top
Yeah.
2,000 of the quarterfinals. I made the joke that once the top 2,000 came out, we now have 2,000 more brand new training programs with the certification that I'm a semifinals athlete. Right?
Like I said on my Instagram
Yeah,
last night, you better put online in front of that moniker. And see,
dude. If I were to have
real
made
quick,
it 100%, I would have done that. You go, Quinton. Sorry.
I'm gonna put CrossFit Games online semifinal team qualifier in my Instagram bio.
Could you go to the actual CrossFit website? Like, I want to go down the list, like full 40. We're just gonna go yes, no. We got some time here.
But
Quentin, are
real
you
quick,
good
while
on
he
time?
pulls that up, yeah, for sure. And while he pulls it up, to these comments, I think Hannah Black is way more impressive than any other 19-year-old CrossFitter who has done nothing but CrossFit in their entire life and has a mental breakdown and can't do CrossFit anymore.
Mhm.
Sure, she hasn't made it to the games yet, but that's a woman with a job and a degree and a brain and probably a personality. Um, Augustus Link has a full-time job. Way more respect for him than someone like Daniel Sterling that coaches at a gym all day and trains and has a
Hey,
high
watch it.
pays for his bills. Augustus is out there working 40, 50-hour a weeks doing taxes and then trains in his garage in the morning and night. He may, even if he never makes it to an in-person semifinal, he's pretty impressive. And that's also me, expressing my own insecurity. But
Mm-hmm.
if I make it to a semifinal next year, the year after that, the year after that, none of those, what I see as wasting their own time, wasting their potentials, will ever hear the end of. I think like people like Colton are what every CrossFit athlete should be. If you're not working a full-time job for most of your career, then I just don't think it's that impressive.
Yeah. Some of these people are so young though. Like that's the crazy thing is like they've went
it's
from
working out really well.
Well, some of them it is. I mean, some of them it's not, but you could argue, right? Like you look at someone like Ty Jenkins, right? He came out of the teen division. Yeah, you go.
Well, hey, he's in school full time. He's getting a degree.
Okay, so if they're actively in school, that's fine. That's cool.
He's
I guess
applying
Madero's.
himself to something more than, and you know what else he does? What I see once a week, at least on his Instagram, is look at how blessed I am that I get to do this. I'm
Yeah,
so lucky. I'm so lucky that I have the ability to do CrossFit and people care enough to watch.
yeah, that's true. Oh yes, perfect. All right, James Sprague, bachelor's degree, yes or no?
No,
Dallin Pepper,
no, Mormon, no,
Brent Fikowski,
yes,
yep. Jason Hopper,
no.
Patrick Vellner.
Chiropractor.
Is this is a while ago, Joseph? Let's pull up 2025. I don't want to see any of the people that fucking didn't show up this year. Okay, Jason Hopper.
No.
Didn't he go to Clemson?
Ricky Garrard eats rocks for lunch. He definitely doesn't have a degree.
No. Ricky, no. James, no.
James
Dallin,
has the
no.
potential, doesn't have it.
Austin, no.
Definitely not. Same thing as Ricky.
Jay?
He's Australian. Same thing as Ricky. Justin definitely has one.
Yep, we know that. Jeff? Yeah.
His wife probably has two, one for her, one for him.
I think he has one.
You can skip runner. We all know the answer to that. Scooter didn't get out of kindergarten. He definitely doesn't have one.
He's got too much blood flow elsewhere. Harry, no.
Harry Lightfoot probably has whatever the English equivalent of an associate's degree is. Colton has one.
Yep.
Chris Guevara has definitely not.
No.
I don't know who that is, but
Kalen Souza.
Brazil, I'm going to say no.
Ty Jenkins.
Actively
working on it. Callum Clements.
I don't know who that is. No.
So we have one active, one maybe.
Colin Boschart. Is that China? No, that's Czechia.
No. Rosema, yes, he's an officer. He has to have one.
Yeah, he's smart.
Moritz.
Any German is born with a bachelor's degree.
Yeah.
Nick Matthew, no.
I think he does have a match.
Yeah,
I'm gonna put Nick down as a maybe because I think he does, but that might be a stretch, Nick. Yona, European. Maybe. We're gonna say yes. We'll give him a yes. Enrico Zanoni. How old is he?
Even if he has one, it doesn't count.
No.
Jorge Fernandez can't tell the difference between the Weiss sisters. He definitely doesn't have one.
He does. I think he played college baseball.
Bronislav Olekowicz. Yeah, he's Polish. He's got one. Isaac Newman, Australian. Nope.
Will Leahy.
Bill, definitely not.
Nope.
Toby Buckland could eat an apple through a chain link fence. He doesn't have one. I don't know who those last three people are. Let's say
Peter Ellis, Australian, no. Henrique Morera, no. Tiago Luizes, maybe. Okay, so we have three maybes, one in school, and I think we had like five yeses. Most of them are Europeans. Okay, let's do the women.
Let's speed around the women. They definitely have less than the men. She dropped out of nursing school. She doesn't have one. Lucy Campbell probably has one. Olivia has so much money she doesn't need one.
She's working on it. She's working on it. She's in
Oh, is
school.
she? Good for her. Danielle
Danielle has.
Brandon has one. Ariel Lowen, Teen Mom, does she have one? Madeline Sturt, Australian, doesn't have one. Mirren Von Rohr, I
No,
don't know. No. Okay. Amy Kringle,
no.
no. Monica Greer, no.
Canada's school's free, but I think she was already competing, so I'm gonna say no.
I'll say no. I think she falls into the teenage. Alexis Raptis, no. What do you think?
We're gonna give her a maybe. I don't know. How old? Alexis is.
Oh, she seems smart.
Yeah, we'll go maybe. I don't think college degree determines if it's smart or not either. Just
That's true.
for the record.
That's fair.
Just for the record. This is not us like saying like smart,
I'm
dumb.
pretty
This is saying
I've got a good bit of credits.
bachelor's degree. Lucy McGonigal. No,
Ireland doesn't have real school, so she doesn't have one. Abby Dommett, yes, for sure. Lydia Fish said she dropped out. Claudia French. I think that's the same boat as the Germans. They're born with one unless their name's Muhammad. Grace Walton, Australian. Brooke Wells has one, but it shouldn't count because there's only 2 Skittles up there, and I don't think it retained any of the information. Firuza Sagafi probably has one. Lexi Neely has one.
Yep, Butler
Haley Adams
University.
has one from a community college, but it counts.
Did she go to Tennessee Tech?
I assume so. Jennifer Muir.
Route. I think we gave one Britain a no, so we'll give her a yes.
That'll balance it out. Sydney McAlishan.
Canada, school's free. Yep.
Yep, that'll count. Oh my God.
Where is she from? Zimbabwe? Oceania. Oh, is that New Zealand? What is ZWE? Christina Leviticus.
Sounds like a Black History Month flag.
I don't get the joke. Next. Hattie Canyo. Love you,
probably.
Hattie. Oh, yeah, yes. Yeah, Canada.
But it's Canadian, so it doesn't count.
Carolyn Prevost, yes.
Same thing. So Young Choi has a PhD in math. Syria, Mini, Albania? No, I don't think they have schools in Albania. Mariana Meza? No. Colombian Broad? No. Emily DeRoy? Australian? No.
Is Quintero the one that is like clearly juiced up?
Oh, I like her name. No, she's probably clean.
Okay. No, no, she's not. That's not the person I was thinking of. I was thinking of the one with
subject of a leaderboard. Have you noticed how many speaking of younger people, have you noticed how blatantly it's shifted to 28 to 30-year-olds to top of the leaderboard this year?
No, I have not. I don't look at the ages.
It's pretty noticeable. I do it all the time because I'm insecure that I'm 25 and haven't made it to a semifinal yet. But it's interesting.
I thought you were 28.
No, that was a part of my intro.
You're not 28?
No, I'm also not a Sagittarius.
So you just lied?
My favorite flavor isn't vanilla. It's interesting.
I assume you're talking ice cream, right?
In general, do you think it's weird that vanilla is the default flavor of ice cream? That's still a flavor. What does ice cream taste like without vanilla in it?
Just cream.
Cream? Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. I think it has everything to do with the weights of the Open and quarterfinals this year. The fact that there aren't any. All of a sudden, 28, 29, 30-year-old guys are doing really, really well. I'd be interested how that flips if they decide.
So is your theory then if it was heavier that the younger people would do better?
Yeah.
Interesting. I think I guess my big qualms this year with maybe it's less of like the open, and maybe it's more the structure of the quarterfinals that videos weren't mandated. I think if you mandate videos inherently, people will move just a little bit better, right? Now, granted, people are still going to move like shit, but the amount of people that I know are poor movers that are like posting these scores, I just know it's not possible that they're able to get there unless they just short
Yeah.
the squats and move like shit. And that's what's really frustrating is it's like, okay, how do we devise something where they're not just able to put up whatever they want, right? Like
Yeah, there's got
the people that,
it may be the only good use of AI. I don't know, but
yeah,
they got to figure something out.
I
Either
don't
that
know.
or they need to hire like 100 Indian kids to review it, like run them through the L1 and then give them a 2010 Dell and say, watch all these videos.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, like everyone's going to sit and be like, well, they could just put it out to the universe, right? Where they have, all calling all L1, L2s, and L3s, like do this video review for us. Like we did that last year with the semifinals, right? I, I assumed,
Most people would probably do that. If you get 3 out of 5 no goods, then your video should just be deleted and so should your score.
well, it should be flagged and then someone goes and reviews it, right? Because there was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
there's going to be people like you would go create 5 accounts, right? And pay for 5 level 1s to knock off someone that was above you
Oh,
in the
yeah,
standings.
instantly. Daniel would never make it through another open.
Yeah. Downvotes hurt Brooke Wells' feelings. Yeah, that's why she retired. No, I think, I guess the poor, like, I don't even necessarily like, yeah, the programming, people are going to talk and say it should have been heavier. And I think the skill argument is a little bit, you know, silly. Maybe I think where we definitely lacked was in the open. I was almost for sure that we were going to see some sort of upside down coming out here
Yeah,
last week. I thought, I was like, okay, squatting was out, but it wasn't, right? And they're like, hey, we're going to squat twice, right? Which that's part of the unknown and the unknowable. And like, if you go look at, listen to Dave do one of the old school programming lectures, right? Where there's like 7 parts to him talking about programming. One of the things it's like, hey, you can, have people squat heavy one day and then have them squat a ton the next day, right? That's part of it, like hitting you with that redundancy. In a test, it's a little bit tough because then we're not getting a super well-rounded picture. But the workouts all individually by themselves, I thought were fun workouts.
yeah, I agree with that.
Which
I'm torn between I think from an attempt to be stoic and be like, it doesn't matter, just do them. If you look at old open workouts, 2017, they hinged, squatted, and pressed 3 workouts in a row. 17.3, 17.4, 17.5 had all 3 of those movement patterns and the same rep schemes, I think, also. 21, 15, 9, 21, 15, 9, deadlift, handstand, push up, deadlift, handstand, walk. You had 50s chipper, you had 21, 15, 9 thruster, burpee, whatever. The open has been incredibly redundant before, but it also used to be really heavy. Like that that chest to bar snatch workout for 2017 ended with 3 snatches at 275, and it started with 33 chest to bar pull-ups. They would never ever do that today.
yeah,
And the
my
only reason I can think is High Rock's influence and BlackRock owners saying, get more money, get as many people in this as you can.
yeah, I think I think the argument of high skill for me is a better one than heavy, just because if you look at the theoretical development for an athlete, right, at the base is nutrition, then it's aerobic capacity, then it's gymnastics, and then weightlifting and throwing and sports at the top
Yeah.
of it, right? So I think testing the engine and your gymnastics capacity early on is more important than saying, hey, we need to go really heavy. And other people are going to disagree and think that, hey, like we need to test that. And everyone's like, well, the argument about like for the 1%, it wasn't heavy, right? But for fucking everyone else, right? 20 deadlifts at 275 after 30 deadlifts at 225, finishing with 315, right? Those are going to be heavy for like your, I guess what people have been saying, your 95 to everyone else percentage, right? And
Yeah.
the 115 bar on that workout of the thrusters, which is where most people are going to end, is going to be heavy for people when they do the thrusters, right? Your Gen Pop class.
Probably, yeah.
Or the
And
single arm overhead walking lunge.
I love it. I love it when CrossFit is not tested with a max rep complex of
Yeah.
a one rep. I love it when strength is expressed through ability, not a number of pounds. We also used to do overhead walking lunges with 70s 1 year ago. 70-pound
In the
dumbbell
open?
in semifinals, which is now I assume quarterfinals.
No,
Quarterfinals.
online
I saw
semifinals.
no. Do what?
We have online semifinals, top 2000.
Yeah, I can't wait to do wall walks in it because that's the next progression of skills.
No, I think there's going to be handstand walking. I think there's going to be handstand walking, GHDs, and rope climbs.
Yeah, I hope
And
so.
I think there's going to be a fuck ton of trunk flexion. I think it's going to be like an absurd amount. Like everyone's been whining and we need it. I think it's going to be like, hey, we're doing 300 GHDs in a workout, or we're doing. It would be really cool if they did 150 toe to bar, 150 GHDs broken up in some big chipper.
Yeah, but here's the other question. Did they test anyone to make sure that the people that are good at that get to do it? They didn't even
No.
do. We could have like you could have put V ups if you really wanted to. We could have done some kind of midline. They could have done toes to bar. That the deadlift or not the deadlift the thruster in the last open workout could have been 12 toes to bar. Would have been great.
Just finished with 12 toes to bar. Yeah. Oh, instead of
If
the
you did
thrusters.
power clean burpee, toe to bar burpee,
Yeah. Yeah.
same rep team, would have been a fine workout.
Yeah. That would have been.
No, Daniel, I have a torn labrum in my left shoulder. I couldn't do 30 handstand push-ups.
He's doing team. He's focusing on team. I'm actually focusing on the team online semifinals too. Our CrossFit AFCO affiliate. You know, I think we're sitting like 536th right now on the leaderboard. So we're trying to put a squad together.
I saw an 80th place team got invited to the syndicate, so you're gonna backfill in.
Oh, really? That would be awesome. No, more so. No, we're just gonna do the online team semifinals, and they're gonna have to accommodate to my schedule, which is gonna be we're gonna do like 4 workouts on Thursday, and then we're gonna repeat all of them on Monday. It'll be good.
Yeah, Logan, I'm gonna do some peptides. I'll be good to go.
Do not say that.
I'm not doing peptides.
Yeah, they're not. Quinton is not doing peptides. Will could pass for team semifinals. That team semifinals. That's awesome. Thanks, CrossFit. Okay, we've definitely eliminated your chances of getting any sponsors.
Actually, I already have sponsorship. Do you want to read an ad and then get out of here?
Yeah, sure. You can do your ad reads.
All right, I might get sued for this litigation-wise. How's my audio?
It's pretty good.
Sweet. Hog scrub. It's just soap. Don't you want to get the stink off? We used to be a proper country. Men used to smell like coal, coffee, and lemon. Women smelled like bacon grease and linen. It's time we got back to that. All of you just sit at your desk all day, soaking up chemicals from Chinese plastic products and eating factory farm meats that are poisoning your organs. Soon your health is going to be owned by Amazon and you're going to have to order replacement artificial kidneys once a month in the mail. But don't worry about that. Focus on the now, on the one real thing that you can buy with your money, and that's soap from a pig farmer. In a country where the worm inside RFKJ's head is in charge of our health department, you can't trust what the government lets go into grocery stores. Dove soap is produced in Thailand. Do you have any idea what those Malaysian kids are putting into that product? There are faster and easier ways to get worse venereal diseases using commercial soap. Do you want to explain to your wife that, oh, a Malaysian kid sneezed in a soap cat, that's why I have herpes? No. Go ahead and try, all right? You've got to seek out the good stuff on the road less traveled. Wouldn't it feel good to rub something real on your body? I know you're lonely. People aren't dating anymore. People aren't connecting anymore. Rub this soap on your body and pretend that a woman who loves you is doing it. Or if you work for the government, you can pretend one of those 8-year-old Malaysians is rubbing it on your body. Whatever you need to get the soap. It's got natural ingredients that smell good and feel good too. Embrace the scrub and connect to something that's fleeting. Hey, it's made with real pig fat like the Egyptians used to. So the Muslims and Jews will stay away from you if you use it. Use code HOP at checkout and receive 10% off your 100th purchase. Anyway, next week
Wow.
I'll write an ad for Vindicate. I didn't know they were sponsoring the show. I assumed it would be Hop Scrub.
Oh, you're gonna come back. This is gonna be so good. Colton's gonna love that. Have you met Colton?
Once or twice. He signed. I have a big fake like pig statue from a barbecue restaurant. He wrote his name on it for me.
That's cool. That's awesome. I don't know if that's true or not either. Um, wow, that was really good. Let's get our other ones. Vindicate. Get your clothing and apparel, Quinton things. Crash Ice T-shirts apparently fundraising for you guys. Joseph,
Yeah,
did
hey,
you pull that up?
Vindicate is making my t-shirts. My wife designed them. We are intentionally infringing on IC Target brand slushies. Please pay us money before they sue us and take them down. Uh, Help Vindicate. They are doing incredible work. Their t-shirts are not made by Malaysian kids. There is no slave labor involved in the production of Vindicate t-shirts. I guarantee it 100% legally. You can sue me if we find out that they are sourcing from any Asian or Central Asian country.
Oh my God.
Please buy our shirts.
We're gonna see the shirts here. Other sponsor, Primal Mobility, getting you right, doing some good. My favorite one is the Tactical Frog. I think that's actually what Cassidy's gonna put Quinton in later tonight. I'll send you that.
That's how
I'll
I
show
make
you.
it.
Do you have an announcement?
Nah.
Okay, you're just practicing.
Yeah.
Primal Mobility, get loose, get prepped for online semifinals. And then if you're looking for a programming company, you don't know where to go, you want coaching from level 3 coaches, soon to be level 4, come to Sentinel Training. It's a good place. 2 tracks, compete, classic. Compete is about anywhere from 2 to 3 hours of training a day. Classic is going to be about right at an hour. You're going to have a Metcon strength piece.
And I'll say it is 90% to her character. But the 10%, I've never seen a person who works 60 hours a week make so much progress in 1 year than I have seen my wife make in the last year under Taylor and Bryson's coaching. So if you also want to make an additional step in your training, highly recommend seeking them out for one-on-one coaching. I hear they have a spot opened up very recently, so take it before it's gone.
Oh God! All right, you're gonna probably get in trouble for that. I'm not gonna take the blame on that. Sentinel needs an old man track, so I can do it. Our classic track, I'm telling you, is the best GPP track on the planet. You're gonna touch everything. You're gonna do everything. The amount of stuff that we do on a semi-regular basis that you're not gonna do in your regular CrossFit programming. It's as OG as it gets. We're always trying to find new things, think of new drills, touch different movements, practice things. You don't have an hour, dude, you can do the strength piece or a Metcon, right? Whatever. I can't do it.
You'll probably learn that at Crip Walk. I saw my wife practicing in the garage last night.
What? Learn how to
You aren't in charge of her programming?
Are you talking the dot drill?
No, she has crip walking with the jump rope in her programming once a week.
Oh, boxer steps. Boxer steps.
It's pretty.
Boxer steps. Well, I guess before we leave, I know we said we were done. You've been described as me as like you have really odd talents in CrossFit, right? Like I know you said you don't like to talk about your strengths. What would you say are some things in the gym that you can do that not many other humans on the planet can do? Whether it's a skill, whether it's a amount of things for time. I know we have our rock lifts. I think we're probably best in the world at that.
Um, hmm. Yeah, I would say I'm the only person at Crash that uses the 250-pound sandbag.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I am hard pressed. I can count on one hand people that I think are better at pegboards than I am.
Is Taylor one of them?
Yeah, but I would never admit it to his face.
Okay.
My 100 for time is crazy. Then yeah, pegboard. Honestly, really pulling, just pulling.
Bowling. You're
If
a
it's
big
just,
tugger.
if it's just like I don't know if well, you can't check the leaderboard because I didn't put a score in. My deadlift double under time in quarterfinals, terrible. Like 5 minutes 40 seconds, just abysmal.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yeah,
it was
that's
300
really
double under.
awful.
If
Fucking
you if you
dick.
if you just line those bars up and said no jump rope, I think I could do it in probably under 90 seconds, maybe under 100. Yeah, any just pure pulling, upper body, lower body doesn't matter.
Cool.
I've got a half decent power clean. I've got a pretty good deadlift, even with a twice broken back.
Nice.
My broken chest
Awesome.
bar is pretty good. Yeah, just if you see my teammates yelling at me in syndicate, it's because we are doing worm
What
thrusters and burpees.
what teammate should I have on next?
Of mine, Logan.
Logan? You think
Yeah,
do
he's an
both the
addict.
guys and then finish with the ladies?
Maybe.
I think maybe go. Oh yeah, what's your 100 burpee box jump over
Oh,
some time?
God.
This is not going to be a good one.
I could probably hold 15 a minute, so 7 minutes
I want to see you do
ish.
that because I think you saying I know burpees is a weakness of yours.
Honestly, the better test would be 100 burpee pull-ups or 100 bar facing burpees because
No.
the box jump itself, I can take gives me such a deep breath. I feel that's my best burpee variation.
Okay. Good.
Um,
You're gonna need it. I want you to do it soon because I'm in a battle right now with Grant keeping it real. He was talking a lot of shit about
oh,
fitness
really?
and how he's fitter than me, and he's shocked that I'm as fit as I am, and give me, oh wow, you're actually really fit. And then I went out and I beat his burpee box jump over 100 burpee box jump over short time because he said that that's the gold standard workout. For whatever reason. And I honestly agree. I think it's a good workout. I think it's a good mental toughness one. I think
Maybe.
it should be the Army fitness test. Should just be a 100 burpee box jump over a short time. Would be better than what we have right now.
That'd probably be pretty good. If they would let you step up and over too, didn't mandate a jump.
Yeah, just get over.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's your homework. I think I will do that. I think I'll do Logan next, and then we'll go. I think Emily, and then we'll finish with Cassidy. I think that would be fun.
Bring a bowl of Skittles to shake in front of Emily to keep her attention. Or maybe
no.
put like a TikTok screen on the bottom of your screen that she can look at while you're talking to her, so she doesn't get distracted.
If we go an hour and a half, I will be astonished.
No way.
Do you think she's gonna watch this?
Emily, I know.
Yeah, do you think she knows this is even going on right now?
No.
No. Okay.
Cool. She's like 18 years old and in college. She has no clue what's going on.
Then it'll be a surprise.
Yeah. I don't think she knows who Benjamin Netanyahu is.
Why? Okay, we're gonna leave before we end up.
No, we're gonna start a new show with a different topic.
Yeah, with a different title, and we're gonna have fake names and a garb over our head. All right, guys, that's gonna be it for us from tonight. Joseph, say goodbye to the people real quick. Joseph.
All right, thanks.
Thanks for pulling everything up. All right, appreciate it, y'all. Bye.
Goodbye.